What's going on, everybody? This is No Reservations, and I'm done one.
And I'm Marie. Now, last week we had a great person be on our episode, Mr. Kenny, aka Judgment. If you think you know him, you probably don't. You think you recognize him, you probably don't know him.
No.
We got to talking to him about his EDM music and anime and his stories, and it was just a really fun episode.
It was. Kenny, thank you for pulling up and being part of our class of 2024. There was a lot of insight with Kenny. Even though we've known him as long as we've known him, it's still something new every time.
Yeah.
Because, I'll forget some shit and he'll bring it up, or just the all around us just hanging out. Because that's what it is here.
Mm-hmm.
We're just hanging out. We're not here scripting anything. We're not here doing anything crazy. We're just having a good time spotlighting the people that we know and highlighting what they do.
Mm-hmm. Getting to know them as people and not just what everybody knows that specific person for, but knowing them, as a whole, the soul of that person, so to speak, is what we do here. And yeah, class of 24, like
it's already been this is our 12th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all been rocking with us for a minute now. Every week, every Thursday, kind of. And I say that I'm not even going to jump the gun, but it's our 12th episode. We've gone through a lot of great stuff. All of our guests just brainstorming how we're going to tie in everything, and having a game plan, but also the bad stuff. It's like they're like testers, like I said before.
Yeah.
Like testers, how bad do you want something? Because it's not going to be easy. None of this is easy. It's not hard either if you have a game plan, though.
Yeah.
But like any game plan that you might plan out accordingly, it's not always going to be the way we envisioned it.
Right.
There'll be tweaks. There'll be unforeseen events. There'll be ugly shit like wanting to break the laptop or...
Well, like last week's episode, for instance. That last week's was pretty interesting. It's almost like the universe was like, well, hey, Kenny's always late, so we're going to make his episode late too.
Yeah, but again, it was a testament. It's the day after Christmas. So we hope you all had a great holiday. New Year's is right around the corner. But it was a testament. It was really a testament. And that should never happen to us. As much as we plan out stuff, as much as we try to keep it on what we need it to be, what it is, that thing fucked me up. It deflated me, but in the same breath, it was like, well, how bad do you want it? How bad are we gonna? What are we gonna do to fix it? We are the same in the sense that we want to do for others to take off any stress or whatever, but it caused me stress more. Whereas you were like, well, let me just do this. I'm like, I'm trying to do it for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. And I ended up just taking it anyways. I was like, no, we're good. Let me get it done. 12th inning.
And then what happens when we wake up in the morning?
That one was a user error. I didn't know that I had to keep YouTube open for it to upload 100%.
Well, yeah, but no. See, you jumped the gun. I was talking about we're exporting.
Oh, we're still talking about the exporting part because I had said how I took the reins.
Oh, okay, right. All right, never mind.
Yeah, you didn't. Several of the exporting, it kept crashing. That's why.
And then like you said, you didn't know YouTube had to be open. I didn't either. I never had it open.
I thought it would be fine.
But then it finally hit for y'all on Saturday. Friday. Wait,
Saturday morning at 9 in the
Saturday
morning.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's what it's about, though. We got to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
If it was one of us only, it probably would have it still would have happened. But there would have been a lot of missing keys on the keyboard, a broken screen, a phone thrown, a fucking who knows what.
Yeah, no, that one was a true testament. And that's after all of that episode, that's where I realized I was like, okay, we're going to make this next episode 12 episodes for a season.
Yeah.
Give us a couple of weeks to start up a new one, another season 2.
Season 2 on the way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't stop around here. How do we get here though? Like how?
And I saw it on my memories a couple days ago, maybe sometime last week. Right, we first started out with doing the first Concrete Piñatas experience. Right, the OG one, as I like to call it.
Yeah, the best one. The only one.
Yeah, the only concrete experience, and getting to be a part of that led into doing videos for Concrete Piñatas.
As a whole, like all of us working together on it.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like all of us working together on shooting videos. 2-3 cameras at a time, and being directed by different people, and just getting each individual's vision and trying to bring that to life. And then that veered off into like, well, let me do your videos, right? And started doing your videos, and from that, seeing how we were able to discuss what you wanted on your video, and then knowing like, okay, let me ask the right questions. I need to make sure that I'm getting the right angles that you want, and all of this other stuff, right? And
Mr. Technical.
Yeah, super technical, and super technical. You're very literal too, so it makes it a little bit hard, right? Because I wanted to shoot my own way, but I wanted to make sure that I captured what you wanted at the same time. So learning from different other like YouTube channels that teach you different shots and how to do stuff, and several times hanging out the window or hanging out the car door, making sure I don't drop my phone. Being in the center of a freaking car doing donuts. Like sometimes, you gotta almost die to get the shot, right?
You don't die for the shot. Did you even take the shot?
Right. I mean, I didn't die, right? So obviously
we took the shot.
I took the shot, came out awesome. And then I realized that I had so much that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to say, and that I knew that so many other people would be able to relate to. And then the conversations we had. And Kenny had brought it up one time and was like, we need to be recording this stuff. Right. And then I remembered, like, the Premonist does that, where he's recording, and then you hear snippets in his creation, and you're like, wait a minute, I remember that conversation, and just like all of that stuff. And I was like, we should be recording a lot of the conversations we have, because sometimes, they go from just bullshitting stuff to conspiracy theories and jokes, and obviously we do talk religion and politics, but not in the sense that everybody thinks we talk religion and politics.
Right.
Very different. And it was just like eclectic of like different types of conversations we had. And then I realized, like, we should have our own podcast. Like, I really want to do our own podcast. I want you to have like your own platform to talk about what you want to talk about, but I have what I want to talk about also, and let's do it together and get the fundamentals of everything. And then if we decide we want to do our own podcasts, we could, but still come back together and still do like our no reservations. And I was like, let's let's shoot the shot, right? Let's try it out. And then
We went in blind though.
we did.
But we've watched enough TV, like we've seen enough of it to know what it needs to look like to some degree. It was a successful recording in the moment, and it's interesting you said you wanted to shoot what I was looking to shoot, but also your way. But you've really come a long way because you have your style. That in itself says everything. Like I'm not a professionally trained. We're not professionally trained anything.
Nope.
But you hit the nail right on the head with. I want to shoot my way, but with your input and what you want. That shouldn't that be how everything's shot?
Yeah.
What did you want? Cool, but I'm gonna shoot it my way. Of course, I can't do that.
Well, I mean, if you look back at movies and stuff, that's how they do, right? You have your director, but you have your cameraman also, and your cameramen are the ones that are ensuring that they're getting the camera people. Camera people. They're the ones that are shooting what the directors want, right? And then they have their little TVs, right? And they're like, you know what? Let's do that shot again. Let's go a little higher, a little lower. We need more lighting, less lighting, more rain, less rain, more snow, whatever the case may be. And let's do it this way. It didn't come out the way I had envisioned it yet, so let's keep going. But they communicate. And that's what I realized helped a lot, is that we communicated to where it was like, okay, I understand what you mean. Now, how can I put that with the angles that I really want to do? And that's about all. Like, that's the other part, is I really, really wanted to do so many different types of shots, and I've done a lot of different shots where I was like, okay, I'm literally on the ground, or I'm freaking going through woods or grass and trying to make sure I don't get bit by stuff. And how am I going to get this done with the freaking gimbal and stuff? But it like worked.
Right. Or like when we were shooting in Arlington with Joseph with the drone, and you were recording, but then you were also recording what you were recording. Yeah, that was a great experience. That's what all of that training led you to want to do the podcast, because a platform for me to be heard. But like I always tell you, this is your platform that we do together, because we really do this shit together.
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff that's like real life shit that we're going through. All the unforeseen technicalities, lightings, interviews not going how we thought, or interviewees can't make it. We have to reschedule. We have to reshoot. We have to switch out our whole timeline of what we're trying to do. But all in all, it comes down to you saying, "Hey, there's some problems here. Let's hold off." I think that's an episode. I mean, that's a season. 12. That's a season.
Yeah.
Because you're right. That's really because it's always been about time management.
Yeah.
There's only so much time in a day, so many days in a week, and then we have a deadline of Thursday.
Editing. But we've come to realize in our editing that when we do it simultaneously together, or we don't stop editing because you started, and then when you're like, I need a fucking break. Right, I jump in, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good now. I need to take a break, and then you jump right back in because now you've had enough break. Like, we've been able to get it done within 24 hours, our editing.
And it's never about hurry up time.
No.
But our timeline, what do they say? You spend so many hours on something, you get better and better at it, and that's what's happening. We trim the fat. We know now, like, all right, you're circling the corral, Jose. You're circling the corral, so yeah, let's take that out.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, just going back around to this podcast, it was the conversations that we had but then the conversations of people, right? Because I knew the back end of things of how we could record and how we would need, I didn't think we need so many lights, but then you brought up good points, and I was like,
I kept preaching.
you kept like lights. We need lights, and I'm like, fuck, you're right. Okay. We have enough of the camera setup that we just need the right lights, and so I knew the whole background of that, right? But the reason why I really wanted to do a podcast was because I get asked by so many people, like, how are you so calm in this situation? How are you able to just cut out this person just like that? Or, how is it that you're able to make your relationship work? Or what did you guys do for Alexis to be such a good freaking kid? And it's things like
Teamwork.
that. Right. It's a lot of teamwork, right? It was a lot. It's not always peaches and creams and fucking sprinkles
Sunshines
and
and
glitter
rainbows.
everywhere, right? But it was that where people were asking me all those different types of questions, and I'm like, oh shoot, I've done enough therapy. And then the therapy that we did, on top of the grief therapy that we all did, the couples, the solo, the just reflecting on ourselves and learning new skills and everything. And, the unfortunate deaths of certain people or the transitions of people. And I was like, I want to be able to share what I've learned with others, because I obviously, like, we follow so many of these people, like, oh, I follow this person because I like the way they pair their clothing, and they explain what clothes to like put together, or I like this person because, they ask the deep questions that nobody asks, like Narwhal, right? Or that Narwhal. I said Narwhal.
You said
Narwhal?
You said Nardwalk.
Oh, you know why? Because I was thinking of that whale with that horn, the unicorn horn.
Oh. Yeah, Nardwar.
Nardward. And then when we, us watching Drink Champs, and Nori asks specific questions too, and then DJ EFN comes in and he kind of like continues with his question, but they give their flowers to their guest or whatever, right? So seeing all the different types of podcasts, I was like, I connect to each one of these in some type of way.
Relatability.
Yeah. And you know what? And I understand, like, we don't do this obviously for the money or nothing, it's not a monetary thing for us, but it's something that is able to just let us release everything.
We're passionate.
We're very passionate. We're very passionate.
Seriously, though, we are.
Yeah.
This is a passion project driven by you. Really.
Yeah.
Just so you know that.
Yeah. I have a lot of drive.
Yeah, we both do in different ways to who we listen to in music, what we're watching. And we didn't come into this thinking, oh, we're going to do a podcast.
No.
But we already saw things. Our podcast is not like anyone else's and vice versa. Your vision saw it through. It was like reverse right now. That's why I would be like, lights, lights, lights. Shout outs to Puritan for the mics.
Yes, the lovely mics.
The mics.
Puritan's freaking amazing.
It's like roles reversed again. A place for you. Let's do this. Let's work it together. Because you wanting to do this is what made me want to do it. I didn't know what we were going to do. Our first 3, we had to redo some.
Oh, yeah.
Look where we're at,
Yeah.
All because you had an idea.
Yeah.
You really took in what people were telling you.
It's all about feedback.
You have to take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's a lot of forms of criticism, but constructive criticism is what we use. I mean, what did Isaiah say? What did he say? He said, Isaiah said, I'm too loud.
Yeah, you got to turn down the volume on the mic a little too loud and just turn up my volume. Very soft spoken. Oh, well, because that time it was Kenny's episode and that he watched. And I used a mic because, we're still learning all of this stuff. So our mic situations, we have to do certain things. But yeah, he was like, you put your mic too close to your mouth.
Like I said.
Sound a little, yeah. I know we've been working on that a lot. There's a lot of stuff I feel like we've been working on. For instance, you not corralling around the same thing, giving 3 different stories about the one specific item or topic we were talking about, or hey, the mics weren't that great, couldn't really hear you, needed to turn it up, or the lighting looked off. What else? Oh, I just did it. The whole using that, or at the beginning, me playing with my lip ring.
The nervous twitches.
The nervous twitches, yeah, the anxiety kicks in sometimes.
More and more we do this, the better we get.
Yeah.
You see how soft spoken I am at the moment? I'm not peeking. I'm not all, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
But it's a testament to that we're working together. We listen.
Mm-hmm.
We're listening to each other, to what the community's saying. And that's what's important. I'm sure the community, if not all communities, not just here, they want to be heard. Mm-hmm. It's called a community for a reason. There's communication. There's a unity of communication.
Yeah.
Community.
Yeah.
A union of people conversing.
Yeah.
That's not what the real definition is, but if you break that shit down.
But if you break it down, but see, this is what I mean. It's these types of conversations where we talk about the unknowns of things, where you take things outside of their box. You're like, I don't want to play in the box. I want to play outside the box.
It's working together, not compromising.
Togetherness.
This podcast has been great. You know what? Let's roll the tape. Roll the tape. We'll let somebody else tell you real quick.
What's up, homies? All hail Pan here. I wanted to give a special shout out to the No Reservations podcast with Dunn and Marie for having me on. You should go and check out their episodes on Spotify or YouTube and be on the lookout for the next season. Hell yeah, happy holidays, y'all. Cheers.
Hey, all hail Pan. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the message. We appreciate you for being on the episode. If y'all haven't checked it out, go check out our episode with All Hail Pan. Get to know him a little more. Check out his music, his story, who he is. And we appreciate you. Sorry for all the residual smoke signals. I don't know what happened. What the fuck? I don't know. But our guests, the guests that we had this season were great humans, great individuals. They were all diverse. But I mean, it didn't start like that. We had a plethora of guests in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then we really had to go through the list and decide who could make it based on scheduling. Shout outs to Joel, No Chill, our first guest, where we actually brought your vision to life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, though, about Joel, because by the time we got to Joel, we realized that's it. So we had to rethink the first 2 episodes.
And just so you guys know what he's talking about, you'll notice the difference from our very first episode to the rest of our episodes. Because that first one was when we actually we're trying stuff out before we were like, wait, this is not working out. We need to change things up.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that one was the third time's a charm type of thing.
Yeah, it was. We were in the vibe. We figured it out. And even when we recorded everything and edited all the episodes prior, the first 2, including Joel's, we didn't really edit his because we realized, wait a minute. So we had to redo the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
But Joel, No Chill, and it was dope.
Mm-hmm.
We really figured it out finally. And then our format, we figured it to what it is today. I went through all the steps, and then we had our awesome daughter spotlighting Alexis and what she does, because we're about spotlighting everyone.
Yeah.
We're not. It's not one kind of demographic. It's not one group of kind of artist. Everyone's an artist. The word artist means a plethora, a variety of things and multitudes of what it can or will become.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then, even us, we're guests too.
Yeah.
Like I like that format. We figured, hey, let's just switch it up a little.
Yeah. Let's not have just all guests.
Right. And also it allowed for natural intermingling and weaving of the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of when we went to Warner Brothers tour. And we were in that one room where everything's written out, and I was like, "Look, that's how we got to do it." And at the time, we weren't thinking about the podcast, but I knew that whatever we were going to do with video, period, that it had to be timelined. It had to be figured out, meticulously, at least brainstormed and figured out to go. All right, we need to tighten this and not do this.
Yeah. There could be some winging of it.
Some.
A little bit, but for the most part, well, I feel like we wing it. We have our bullet points, but we tend to wing it off of depending on what we feel like we're going to talk about with those bullet points, so I feel like you can wing it, but I don't think 100% winging it is the best.
No, because then
way to
on
go.
a tangent.
Yeah. You'll circle.
You won't
You'll go
talk.
on massive tangent.
You'll just be there like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll look back and go, what the fuck happened?
You were just talking. So I would just let you talk.
We didn't have bullet points. Remember I told you? I was like, we need bullet points. Bullet points, please.
Okay, so if you go back to that one of our episodes, you'll see what we're talking about, where we're kind of like, yeah, okay, I guess this is it. Yeah, we gotta go, right? Time to go. Okay. That's when you could really tell that we were not using bullet points.
But it's the nature of growth, though. Like our guests, like who else do we have? Like
we had All Hail Pan, right? Getting to talk with him. You guys just finished seeing him. One of our closest brothers. Hopefully soon we'll be able to have Erin come on too, and she'll give us. She'll be in season 2, telling us her part or her side of the engagement story that everybody. I've been wanting everybody to hear.
Right.
And then on top of that, just we continued where we had a couple of weeks where it was just us. And, but we rolled with the topic. So if you guys watch from the beginning to where we are at now, there is a rolling theme that we just continue on with, even when we recap, even when we talk with our guests, shit still like intertwines together. And
as it should.
Yeah. And then our final guest last week was Mr. Kenny.
Yeah. Man, that dude.
We could have conversation. And I feel like that was just like a smidge of the type of conversations we have. Because that fool be staying here till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we're all just sitting in the living room with the TV as background noise. We're having drinks and just talking.
Bullshitting, joking, like y'all
bullshitting, joking, talking about anything and everything. Then we go outside. Yeah, Wolverine.
And I'm here. That too. I'm still here. Everyone partakes. Even like Caleb when he rolled us out that one episode he was on.
Yeah.
On his episode, Kenny, how he rolled it out naturally. Everything was natural. And like to Kenny being here, it's that it's like he watched the episode prior. Because he was hitting all the points, and that's how we seam it together.
Yeah.
That's how it all, like she said, if you see the running theme of the entire season, like on a side note of my personal belief, it shows our perseverance, our persistence. Like when the fucking light fell, when it wasn't working.
Yeah. We've had a lot happen, a lot going on.
And we still went through. We didn't give up. You can't give up.
Yeah, you definitely can't.
You have to be resilient. Like, we're unstoppable because we're a team.
Yeah.
Working together,
This is why you have me. It's a banana shake from Rally's. Only banana.
Only banana, not chocolate. What the fuck did you? What other friend did you get confused with? Who knows? Who knows?
That must be your other bitch.
That must be another bitch, right? Sign. Who the fuck is AM doing all the math? Who the fuck is closing their eyes and doing all the math without me? Fuck. Wait till you hear the motherfucking parking space story, but that's maybe in season 2 also.
Season 2.
There's a theme, but we've covered a lot. We talk about real stuff, real shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just here clickbaiting. We're not. Nah, that's.
No, we've had our own where we talk about our own personal experiences. Where we've talked about our relationship, the communication, the transparency, how we maneuver through people showing their true colors. How we've brought up Alexis and how that is. We had our Halloween / Dia de Muertos episode.
Themes.
Yeah, we have themes. We have topics.
It's planned out.
We talk about everything, and just wanting to make sure that it always aligns together. And we know, and you and I both have our own stories to add to it. So that's the cool thing about us having our topics is I could be like, hey, I think this should be a topic. And you're like, oh, I have this many stories. But I mean, you have tons of stories, but it's like, which stories are you going to choose? Or if you were talking about something in the car and you're like, you know what, I want this to be an episode. And it's like, all right, cool. And we ended up making it into an episode. So it's a lot of communication that we go through.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
How else are we going to do this?
If we don't organization.
If we don't organize. Organization. It's a group of motherfuckers that have shit on time.
Mm-hmm.
And planned out. I mean, shit, what are we... Can you believe it's going to be 2025 already, though?
I can't.
A year went by. Because this time last year, correct me if I'm wrong, we started our Norman Demented path. Or just before. But really full steam ahead with it.
We were in the editing process at this time because...
We did the show, it was done, and it was like, let's go full force.
Homage, is that what it's called?
Homage? Yeah, homage.
Okay.
Tomato.
Okay, I was like, wait, whichever am I saying? Of course, I'm saying it.
Jalapeno jalapeno.
What'd you say again? Homage.
Homage. The H is silent. It's like homage.
Okay. Whew, okay. So it's like, yeah, because we were editing during this time, but we were editing the second and third videos already because we had already had the first one, and we collabed with All Hail Pan for your first video to drop on December 29th. So we're about to come up to that year of Norman Demented.
And then we're already coming up on the season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to have even more guests.
More typewriting scenes.
More topics. A refined... getting their refined look.
Mm-hmm. We have more refined looks.
Changing some shit.
We're going to have other special guests.
Yep.
Guests that are actually not able to sit in physically with us, but able to still talk with us. So it's a new adventure that we're venturing into.
It's exciting. I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
We always got to push the envelope. We always have to push the envelope in doing this. It allows us to grow. And you all out there watching or listening, whatever form you're taking this in at, you grow with us.
Yeah.
Because this should motivate people to want to do whatever they want to do in life. Because fools be telling me that too. How do you do this shit? How do you just? And I'm like, I'm cheering up everyone. It's for everyone, but it's for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, it's going to be a great 2025. That's all I know.
It really is.
Our
Yeah.
new ways, just the newness of it all.
Yeah. Definitely. But, speaking of the growing, here's Alexis now.
We'll be right back. A word from Alexis.
Hey guys, this is No Reservations here. Listen, the episodes over here are fire. You guys should go check it out on the No Reservations pages. I'm so grateful to be on this. I've been on this channel. I think you guys should totally go check out the new episodes and maybe a season 2 coming up. But you didn't hear that from me. Just saying.
Thanks, Alexis, for coming on and being part of our No Reservations. We start this off with us, and we bring her in, and she got a part in the play, like she was talking about with her theater. So super excited for that. But yeah, we definitely hope that you guys have enjoyed this first season, and you guys will continue to like it, that you guys will follow, that you guys will share, subscribe, all of that type of stuff. We're on Spotify and on YouTube, and just following our platforms as well, like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and just making sure you're continuing to grow our community. Thanks to you guys, we're at 98 followers right now on Facebook.
That's good.
So that's really good. We didn't, we never expect anything. We kind of just let stuff roll through. So seeing that 98 of you guys are following us on Facebook, 23 of you guys have subscribed to our Facebook channel, and we have 5 subscribers to our Spotify channel. And then I think we're at 72 now followers on Instagram. So
I'm glad you take care of all that stuff.
I do. I like analytics.
She does. Oh, fuck. That's why season 2, a la verga, güey.
Yes, I'm so excited for season 2 to continue on. So we hope you guys have a really great New Year's. We'll see you next year.
Next year. Yeah, we'll see you next year for season 2. In closing, y'all are great. This woman right here is the best. We couldn't do this without y'all. I couldn't do this without her. 2024 was great. It's going to be a fucking dope 25. I'm not going to get sappy or anything, but I hope y'all enjoyed season 1 of No Reservations, where no holds bar. You say what you mean, and you mean what you say. And with that said, yeah.
Class of 2024. Thank you guys. Until next year, guys. Bye.